Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for the week. Welcome to the new week. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. I am here with 12 decks. I'm going to read for each sign from Aries to Pisces. I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can scroll the video to find out what it is that you need to look at in terms of energies. I've marked everything in the description, and if you don't at any time see the markings on the video, please look in the description. You'll find all the timings there. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign because you don't really know what's going on. I mean, you can be a Taurus or an Aries or a Libra, but you don't know what kind of Taurus, Aries, or Libra you are. You're different from all the other ones, and that's because of your moon and your rising. So please go find a natal chart. They are free everywhere on the internet. Even if you don't have your exact time of birth, you can just use AM or PM to figure out what your moon and your rising sign are if you know if you were born in the daytime or in the evening. Last things last, if you're interested in a private read, I do have space available and open over at Wizio. Please look in the pinned comment at the bottom of this video. It also has information there about our membership area, which is also open. Having a little bit of fun over there if you want to join us. All right, that is it. That is all. Let's get to it, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We're at a new week. Let's find out what is coming up for the next 7 days for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries, please. It's going to take us the last part of October and into a couple days of November, including the new moon. Let's find out what's going on for Aries, please. All right, Aries, got the Four of Cups. What's that all about? Tell me why we got the Four of Cups here. Somebody's in the comfort zone. Got the Four of Swords in the reverse. Eight of Wands. We've got the Tower. Oof. All right. So Aries, I feel like you are in some sort of an energy of like, it's like la 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 la, I can't hear you, like you're got finger in each ear and you don't want to pay attention to what's going on. It feels like you're in a comfort zone. It feels like you're not paying attention to this tower that you know is about to fall. I feel that you already have some information or energy or some intuitive energy, some psychic energy here that's telling you that something is that something is going to fall. I feel that the tower is going to fall should you decide to open your mouth about something. That's what it feels like here. We've got the Four of Swords, which is in the reverse. It feels like you've been by yourself trying to get stability, maybe figuring out what to say. Possibly, I say that with a question mark for some of you. We've got the Four of Cups. It feels like you've been hanging out here in this energy, trying to get your emotional state in a stable way. It feels like you've been spending some time by yourself because I feel like you're trying to figure out what to say to someone so it doesn't cause a tower. I feel like you have something to say and you're kind of spending time with yourself this week because you know that it's either a delicate subject or you know it's going to change everything. I think that's why the Tower's here with the Eight of Wands. It feels like something you say is going to change everything. And it feels like you are listening to the intuition at this time, Aries. The Tower is here. You're trying to hold something together by ignoring it. You're ignoring something that is, I feel, going to have to be addressed at some point because even if you don't address it, even if you don't say something, the tower's falling anyway. Change is needed, an upheaval, a shift, a change is needed here. So I feel like you're trying to pick the right words. I'm just going to let you in on a secret though. I don't know if there's the right words because I feel like the tower is showing up regardless. So somebody's getting a tower here. We'll talk about that in a minute. Tell me more about this Four of Cups, please, for Aries. We've got the Temperance in the reverse, which is very interesting because listen, Temperance in the reverse for me is that the answer is no. It means don't do it just yet. It feels like that whatever you're going to say that's going to cause the tower, I feel like it's not this week. Don't say it. This week is the week to think on it, right? The Four of Swords is like coming out of this energy of being healed or maybe balanced of the mind. And it feels like, I feel like with this Temperance card here, now is not the time to say something, but you are coming out of the Four of Swords, which tells me that you're ready to reconnect or say something. We've got the Seven of Cups. Excuse me. If you decide to say what it is that you need to say, and some of you will because the Queen of Wands is here, it is going to cause something to fall apart. That's what it feels like here. The Seven of Cups tells me whatever it is really, really emotional. It's emotional. And I feel as though with the Queen of Wands that some of you are going to step out of the comfort zone and go for it. You're just going to say it. Regardless of whether you do or whether you don't, I feel like the Tower falls anyway because something is currently falling apart that you're not paying attention to. You're kind of in this comfort zone of la, 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 I can't hear you, with a finger in each ear. That's what it feels like. You're ignoring something here. It might be a conversation that needs to happen, that you're avoiding the conversation because you don't yet know what to say. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. You've been in this energy for a while. You know it's going to cause a rift. That's what it looks like here. You know that it's going to cause a rift. So the Knight of Pentacles tells me that you've been in this Four of Cups for a really long while, looking over details, trying to be patient. I'm not really sure what to say. I've got to be practical. I've got to move slowly. And the Five of Swords is telling me that it is something that is going to cause a problem. You can see that she has the heart in her hand. And where does it come from? It comes from this person's chest. It feels like somebody has got to say something. It's going to cause a problem, an argument, some sort of conflict. And I feel like regardless of whether you do or not say something, the Tower is connected to all of that. It feels like things are going to fall apart anyway. You might as well address it. I'm not telling you to say something, but I'm just saying with the Chariot energy here, it's sort of like a hurry up and wait scenario. Whenever I see this particular Chariot, it's like slow and steady wins the race, but I feel like if you go too fast, it's going to cause an argument. So please make sure that you know what you're going to say and be expecting the Tower to fall and to have to pick up the rubble. Because it does feel like it's something that somebody like blurts out or says right away, I'm not going to wait anymore. It feels like that kind of energy. And then we have the Hanged Man. So it's a very interesting sort of collection of energies of listening to the intuitive self. And I think that you already have a knowing that when you do say something, it is going to cause someone to leave or going to cause someone to walk away, cause someone, like it may be, you know, irrevocable. Whatever is being said here, I feel like that person is going to take it to heart and they're never going to forgive you. Like I feel like that's what you're thinking. But it feels like whatever you've got to say is going to bring the Tower down. Tell me what the Tower is, please. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the High Priestess. Wow. Wow. Aries. So I don't know who this is, but this is going to be a heavy duty week for you. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the World card. Somebody is preparing to make a really big move. Something is about to change with whatever you're about to say. Something is about to change. And I feel that you already know that whatever you've got to say is going to bring something to an end. Maybe somebody's had enough of the employer. Maybe you're going out in a blaze of glory. Maybe somebody has had enough of a situation. I must say something, regardless of what the end result is. I've got to say something because something here has got to change. It's got to move forward. The High Priestess is telling me to tell you to make sure that you check with yourself before you are ready to close any doors, because I feel like whatever you're about to say, it could be a family situation or maybe someone that you live with. You could be engaged. You could be living with someone. You could be getting ready to be married, or maybe you are married. There is a new beginning coming here. It feels like it has to do with family energy here. So whether that's your family, your spouse and your children, or if that's your mom, dad, sister, brother kind of family. And so it feels like you already know, you have a knowing that when everything changes and it all falls apart, that somebody's leaving. All right. Look, don't do it this week. I'm just saying, don't do it this week. That's what Temperance is telling you. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Knight of Wands, and we've got the King of Cups. I believe the person that you're going to be speaking to is somebody who has you jumping through hoops for them. So the King of Cups for me is a father, first and foremost. It doesn't have to be for you. It depends on whatever situation you're living right now. But the King of Cups to me is somebody who is very deep. This person, even if you hurt them with what you say, they're never going to let you know. No, but it feels like it feels like there is somebody here who keeps you jumping through hoops in order to love them or in order for you to receive love. And so it feels like it could be a complicated relationship with a father. It could be with a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. It feels like, yeah, it feels like this is somebody who's like, you got to listen to me or I'm not going to love you. You've got to do what I say or I'm not going to love you. I don't know if that's you and a spouse or you and a father, you in a friendship. You can tell me what it is in the comments. But we do have the Page of Pentacles here. There is going to be a new beginning here, but it's going to start out with a conversation that I feel that even, you know, it doesn't matter how long you think about it. I feel like what's arriving here is the Tower. It does feel like that. Like, I don't think you should do it this week because the Temperance is in the reverse, and that's an outright no for me. If you do it, what ends up happening is you lose it forever. The door closes and that's it. Somebody's going to leave. There's going to be an argument no matter how much you've thought about it. I feel like, I don't feel like you can avoid the Tower. I'm just saying, I feel like this week is not the week if you don't want to have to deal with the fallout of something here, because something is changing and you know it's about to change because you're the one about to deliver the message. I think it has to do with somebody who you feel that they have conditional love for you. Like, I won't love you if you don't do this for me. Like, they have you jumping through hoops. It feels like, I'm not going to love you if you don't do this for me. I'm not going to love you if you don't do that for me. It feels like that sort of energy. All right. Got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Pisces. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius. Cancer energy. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. More Scorpio energy. We've got Sagittarius as well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think you already know this is going on. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. You've been thinking on this for a really long time. But when you say something, nothing's ever going to be the same. Tell me about Taurus, please. Tell me about my bull gang. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. For the next 7 days, it's a sneak peek this week for Taurus, please. Tell me what's coming up in the Taurus Collective. Taurus, if you're interested in a private read or to join the membership area, please look in the pinned comment below this video. Tell me about Taurus. Taurus, we have the Ten of Wands. I like it. That's a good place to start. Ten of Wands is a place where you're finally releasing something. You're relieving yourself of some sort of energy that's been sort of feeling like you've been carrying it around, a lot of it for a long while. It feels like sadness or trauma or something that has been troubling you from the past. We do have the Chariot, we have the Four of Wands, and we have the King of Cups. So in this deck, the moons are cups and the pentacles are stars. So we have the Chariot, we have the Four of Wands, and the King of Cups. I'm going to say, Taurus, that I feel like for some of you, you may be getting a visitor. This visitor, I feel for some of you, is going to be something that is going to help you release some sort of emotional energy that you've been keeping bottled up. You've been keeping something down deep in under the surface here. It feels like the Chariot is telling me that you've wanted this movement, and when this person does show up in your life, maybe at your home for some of you, if they don't know where you live, clearly I'm not talking about you with someone showing up at home. But it does feel like for somebody, it could be someone who's showing up at your home with the Chariot and the Four of Wands. It's the King of Cups. And the King of Cups to me is somebody who is possibly a father. That's the first thing I think of. It could be a father. But the King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and is somebody who does keep things under the surface. It does feel like, though, I'm just going to say, whether you want to see them or whether you don't, that this is going to help you drop a bunch of burdens that you've been carrying around about the situation. It seems like there's going to be some sort of a new beginning here with you and somebody else, and I don't mean romantically. It means like it's a new path that we can be creative to maybe figure out a problem or an issue that's been hiding under the surface with the King of Cups energy here. Tell me about the Ten of Wands, please. We've got the Emperor. Could be a father for sure. We've got the Page of Cups, and we have the Empress. Well, look at that. Interesting. For some of you, it's mother and father. For others of you, it's something completely different. We've got the Page of Cups, The Page of Cups is the beginning of something. It's the open arms. It's like, I'm ready for it. Bring it to me. It's the beginning of communication. It's good news between the Emperor and the Empress. There's something here that's been hiding under the surface. Somebody is bringing something to the forefront here, Taurus. We've got the Emperor, who's Aries. We've got the Empress, who's Libra and Taurus. Venusian signs. Please understand that when the Emperor and the Empress are both in the room, that all of the queens are present, and so are all of the kings. These two people of wisdom. They are two people who think alike. They're people who are very sort of, they have the same values. They are people who are sort of at a higher level of life. And when I say that, I don't mean via hierarchy. I mean that they are full of wisdom. They've had a few years under their belt. They don't need each other. It feels like there's going to be some good news that's coming either from the Empress to the Emperor or the Emperor to the Empress. Whatever it is, it's going to be a surprise. It feels like it's going to be a little bit shocking or a surprise because the Page of Cups is here. I feel like you've been holding on to some sort of an energy here that you've been keeping under the surface, and I feel like somebody here is about to show up, text you, call you, whatever it is, however they're going to get a hold of you. Somebody's showing up in your life here, and it feels like what you've been harboring under the surface is really, really emotional. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody here wants to work on something. We've got the Two of Pentacles. We've got 10 Pentacles, just saying. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. That's a lot of earth energy. I really do feel for some of you, and not all of you, that somebody might drop a note in the mailbox or show up and knock on your door. I'm just going to say, if you're ever going to do any fall cleaning, now might be the time. Because for some of you, somebody's going to show up here. So the Eight of Pentacles, right? It tells me that somebody has been spending a lot of time going over details. Somebody who doesn't want to miss anything. And it also tells me that with all these pentacles, it's taken forever to get to this place. The Two of Pentacles tells me that somebody has decided that it's time to work on this. And the Ace of Pentacles is the new beginning. It's like, can we plant this pentacle together? Is there an investment that can be done? Can we start over or start again? Can we start at friendship, right? We've got the two pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is, to me, friendship, community, getting together, having each other's backs. This could be a business partnership for some of you, but it does, to me, feel like whatever it is, comes to you. You don't have to do anything to get it, which means that you could be the Empress. You don't have to be, but it feels like you've been keeping something very deeply tucked away, and something that you've been keeping deeply emotionally tucked away, you're about to be able to drop this heavy burden that you've been carrying about somebody, because I feel like there's going to be a shocking moment here, or a surprising moment, where one of you contacts the other, one of you shows up at your door. Look, I had a situation that somebody showed up at my door, but the person was here just to do enumeration, if you know what that is. They're just kind of asking you, are you going to vote? And they put you on a list to make sure that you're going to be on a list if you want to vote. And this person, when I opened the door, I was shocked because it was someone I hadn't seen in 15 years. We were both shocked. It feels like it could be that kind of a situation. Somebody shows up, maybe they're a plumber and you need plumbing work done, and all of a sudden this person ends up being someone that you've known forever. Tell me what the outcome is here. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. And we have the Wanderer. That's really interesting energy to be the outcome here. So the Page of Pentacles, right? It's like something is about to begin, and it's taking the place of the Three of Swords. It's like the Three of Swords was here. It was disappointing or heartbreaking. But the Page of Stars, Page of Pentacles, tells me that something new is beginning. Why is the Wanderer here? The Wanderer is sort of like the beginning of being the Hermit. The Wanderer is specific to this particular deck, Wandering Moon Tarot. And the Wanderer is somebody who's trying to figure out what their connection is. Maybe someone's trying to figure out what the connection is that they have to you, Taurus. We have a hermit. I just called the hermit and the hermit arose. Here we go. We got the Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody here is wanting to nurture a situation of friendship. That's what it looks like to me. They want to nurture a friendship. It feels like somebody is showing up, whether that's in text or whether they show up at your house. Somebody here has been thinking about you a lot. The hermit is here. They've been thinking about you, going over details, wondering if you even want to connect with them. I think that somebody wants to connect with you, and I think it's going to be shocking. Ten of Swords is in the reverse. It's something that neither one of you have been able to let go of. We have a lot of Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Libra energy. We do have Virgo. We have Aries. We have Libra, Taurus. We have Cancer energy here. Page of Swords. There's going to be a conversation. The person who's been watching you, I think, is the person who's going to be showing up. If you are the Empress, you're obviously thinking about that person because you're calling them in. I feel like you are calling in the Emperor if you are, in fact, the Empress, feminine or masculine. All right. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, if you're interested in joining us in the membership area, or if you're interested in a private read, please look at the pinned comment below this video. All the information is there. Tell me about Gemini, please. What's coming up in the next 7 days? The next 7 days. The sneak peek for this week. For Gemini, please. We've got the Five of Wands. Why is that? Change is coming, and you know that it's arriving. But something's going to have to go, Gemini. You're going to have to make a decision to release something in order for this thing to come that's bringing change here. We've got the Five of Wands, and I was sort of getting the feeling that maybe you're arguing within yourself, and I think that you are. I feel like the Five of Wands is telling me it's an internal battle for you, that you know something has to change, or the Wheel of Fortune is showing up. And look, you have no choice. The Wheel of Fortune is showing up. When the Major Arcana shows up, you really don't have a choice as to where it comes from, or as it shows up, you can't stop it. All you can do is react or respond. So the Wheel of Fortune is here bringing change. And look, it's bringing some change that I feel that you never really wanted to have to deal with. You didn't want to have to release something. It feels like there is a situation here for you, Gemini, that keeps going over and over in the mind. And I feel like you, in order to be able to shut down this obsessive thought, you need to release it. And that's what's about to change. The Judgment card is here. And I feel like what you need to release is something that you've wanted to go back around and fix. It feels like, I'm just going to tell you, if it's in the past already, there's no way you can fix it. It's done. It's a done deal. You can't change the past. There's no way. You can try, but there's no way you can change the past. So Judgment card is here. And so I feel like you're making a decision to release something in favor of going on some sort of a new path. I've got the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Why? Because of the Nine of Swords. This is the person I feel that you're worried about. You're worried about releasing the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups might be, someone who's connected to you emotionally, empathically, psychically, or someone that has a lot of feelings for you. It feels like you're fighting with yourself, within yourself, about making a decision about this change that you know you must make. You have to make change. The Nine of Swords comes back out again. And then hang on. The Two of Pentacles just showed up. So it is a decision that you need to make, because I feel for you, Gemini, that you have been up in your head here and you've been thinking about the situation. In fact, I feel like it intrudes on your day, your daily work. It intrudes on your sleep. It feels like it is a worry that you have to make this decision. You have to make a decision because something's got to change. In order for you to grow, things must change. Tell me more about the Two of Pentacles. Fool. A new door is opening here. Look, the new moon is on the 1st of November. And yeah, that's coming up in the next 7 days, isn't it? It sure is. I'm just going to deal some more cards here. Tell me about Judgment and the Fool. That Queen of Cups popped out again. I'm just saying, it might have something to do with a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. We also have Aries, we have Virgo and Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius. Got the Queen of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and Seven of Wands. Whew. Look, I'm getting the energy here that something needs to be made right. Something needs to come back into balance, but you know that in order to be able to stand up and liberate yourself from this situation, that it's not going to be fun for you. The Five of Pentacles is here. It feels like you know that when you do finally say something or speak your truth, that you're going to be put right outside, on the outside looking in. Somebody is done. Either you're the one that's done or somebody's going to be done with you once you liberate yourself and say something. The Seven of Wands is, I feel like it's a very, very defensive situation. Seven of Pentacles. But I think you're willing to do it. I think you're really willing to take on the hard work that it takes to do it. Oh, that's very interesting. There's Five Pentacles in the tree. Two Pentacles behind her. The decision, I'm like, I don't want to look at having to make this decision. It feels like it's something that's really important for you, Gemini. And this person, I feel, has been trying to, this person on the Seven of Pentacles, it feels like this person's been trying to grow something or grow it or trying to make it right. And it feels like it's just not going to work out the way you want it to. It feels like you need to make a decision about leaving someone out in the cold, right? We got the Two Pentacles making the decision, Five Pentacles leaving someone out in the cold. We have the Two Pentacles, Five Pentacles. So it does feel like you have to make a decision to cut someone out of your life or to end a job, or whatever it is that you're going to say, because the Queen of Swords isn't going to be aggressive at all. The Queen of Swords is highly intelligent, has a lot of words and a big vocabulary, and this person is going to be very honest and truthful. So I don't think you're saying anything that is out of line. I don't think that's what's going on here. I think you're just being honest. You're being honest with somebody, and it's going to cause, I don't know why Charlie just said a tear in time. It's almost like this was waiting to be torn open. And that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a tear in time. It's like somebody put something off for a long, long time, and now I can't put it off anymore. The new chapter is here. The new door is opening, and I've got to make a decision because I don't want to live with this worry anymore about what may happen, about what could happen if I decide to take a different path. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. I feel like this is a very defensive situation. I feel like a lot of people have been giving you input that you don't want. I also feel like you are speaking to someone in defensive mode. The outcome is the Four of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. It feels like an aggressive conversation about the house, about the home. It might be about the family. We've got the Four of Wands here with the Knight of Swords. And it feels like whatever is about to happen, I'm just going to say it feels like it's something that you have manifested because you've been thinking about it so much. And I always say to you, those of you who get in the comments and are disparaging, you know, you're attacking somebody in the comments that can't come to defend themselves. And I'm not saying it's you, Gemini. I'm just saying in general, right? But it feels like it's almost like karma's going to be paid here. Somebody has been smack talking someone else while they're not in the room, or it does feel like I've got to make a decision to release this finally, because all it is arguments and fights. It's lack, it's arguments and fights. I'm ready to open a new door, and it's time for me to make a decision to say something about it. So it does feel like it might be between two people who have an engagement going on. Maybe you're engaged to them, maybe you're married to them, maybe this is your house. It feels like there's going to be some sort of aggressive words said in the next 7 days. And it feels like it's because of this. It's because somebody keeps thinking about it over and over and over again. It's manifesting, right? We've got the Hermit. We've got the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. It does feel like you're doing it in order to clear your conscience, clear your energy. You're like, I really don't care what they have to say about it. This is your energy, Gemini, right? Gemini goes in and just throws the words out there. Look, you guys can sort it out if you want to. I just needed to say this thing. The Hermit's here, which tells me that you've been thinking about it. You're saying it in a very wise, clear, honest, and truthful way. I don't think that you mean to hurt anybody, Gemini. But I feel like whoever whoever takes the information in is going to be pissed. That's what it feels like. There's going to be an argument or a fight. You're going to have to defend your place. You're going to have to defend what you're saying here, because this person's going to be like, no, you don't get to say that to me. It does feel like the reason that you're clearing the air is because you have to stop this thing from coming back round to you and making you worry. You just need to release it finally. And change is here. You can't stop change. So we do have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. I feel like the reason that you're saying something or causing the tear in time is because you have to say it in order to give yourself relief. You need to be happy again. And this is your opportunity to be happy. I think that you are going to take it. I feel like you're going to do it like in a way where you're trying to give them advice, or that you are like the hermit energy is more of a shaman, right? It's somebody who's full of wisdom. It feels like you don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but I feel like whatever you're about to say is going to give someone a breakthrough, that they really got to get up and get motivated and do whatever it is they're going to do. It feels like there's going to be an aggressive conversation going on this week in your home. Might be in your home or someone else's home, or with the family or a member of your family. We do have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, and Pisces. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got Gemini and Aries. And yeah, we've got Leo, the bottom of the deck. I feel like somebody needs some clarity. You're about to tune somebody in. Be very honest with them about something maybe you should have been honest with a very long time ago. All right. Tell me about Cancer, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Cancer, your sneak peek for this week. Cancer, if you're in need of a private read, or if you would like to join us in the membership area, I always have that pinned to the bottom of this video, and the bottom of every video, by the way. If that's what you need. Tell me about Cancer. What's coming up this week? Sneak peek for this week, next 7 days for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Okay, let's start out with the Tower. Tell me about the Tower. Okay, the Two of Pentacles just popped right out. It just jumped out at me here. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. Got the Knight of Cups and the Three of Cups. So somebody's having a realization, Cancer. I think it's you. I think you are realizing your feelings for somebody here. You're about to make a decision to go get someone or to go give them a cup. It feels like it's something that you've been going back and forth on, but now you've hit this stable moment here. It feels like you're now in the 3D. You've decided it's got to transpire in the 3D here. It does feel like you have been in some sort of a comfort zone, or sort of trying to get stability in your emotions so you can say something. It feels like you're wanting to either ask somebody out or have some sort of a reuniting energy here. We do have a Tower here. I'm just going to say that it feels like you're having a realization this week that it's time for you to make a decision about the person that you have these emotional feelings for. I feel like the Three of Cups tells me that you either want to take them out or you want a reunion of some sort. And the Three of Swords sitting there looking at us in the future is kind of scary too, right? We do have the Six of Cups. So I feel like there might be some history here with you and this person, and that there might be somebody here who maybe has broken your heart or disappointed you, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe you've broken their heart or disappointed them, but you're having some sort of a realization about your romantic and emotional feelings for someone. Tell me about the Tower, please. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the World card. Somebody here wants to start over. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it does feel like somebody wants to start over and really work on it. I feel, Cancer, it might be you. It feels like what you want to close the door on is this lack. Like we're in and out of conversation. We don't really talk to each other. It feels like there's been some lack in the Pentacle world, or disconnection, possibly. It's almost like you need to beg for someone's time. And I don't think that you're a person who would beg for someone's time, but you know what I mean? It's those people where you text them and they may text you back 3 days later, or somebody you say, yeah, we really should get together for a coffee. I'd like to see you. And you don't hear from them for 2 weeks. It feels like something like that. And so I feel like the World card here is telling me that That's what needs to end, because something else needs to begin. And I think that you're ready, because the Eight of Pentacles is about really working on you. I feel like you've been working on yourself. I feel like you've come to a place now where this realization is that I'm ready. Like, it feels like I'm ready to put the hard work in on something here. We've got the Devil energy, we've got the Judgment, and we have the Three of Wands. Because I think what's been happening here is we keep coming back to each other. Now, I don't think that this is something that's over and over. I don't think that they come back to you in order to date you. I really, or vice versa. I think that what's coming here is that we always seem to find each other. It's like, no matter if you go off and get married and divorced, or they go off and get engaged and break the engagement, it feels like you two always seem to come back together. And I don't mean in terms of dating. I mean that, you know, they find you and you're chatting with them and talking with them. And it feels like things are changing, because somebody here is in a different mindset with the Eight of Pentacles. And I think that it's you. So we need to stop this toxic circle of us always coming back to each other. If we go out and do our own thing, get married, have kids, and all that kind of stuff, and we always keep finding each other, you know, it feels like the ships that come in is you guys. It feels like two people keep finding each other over and over again, you know, at different times in their life, different places in our life right now. And I feel like you think that it is, the fear is here. I feel like there's a fear that you're like, oh boy, it is that person. The one that keeps coming back, the one that I keep revisiting, the one I keep going back round to. And whether you're dating them or not, maybe you're just friends. Maybe you just chat once in a while and text. Like, it feels like that you're having some sort of a realization that the reason that we've been coming back together, finding each other after 5 years, after 10 years, we keep coming back together is because this is probably your person, and now you're in your head about it, right? So you're in this imprisonment of the mind. Now I've got to say something. Maybe I'll just ask this person out, or ask them if they want to go out, or have a reunion. It feels like it's a happy reunion. It's not something that's upset or bad. It's amazing how many people in the comments can make a reading that is kind of beautiful into something terrible. And understand that's just your mindset. That's really not the way it's being read here. I really do see here that you're having a realization that there is somebody here that you keep going back round to, no matter where you've been, no matter what relationships you've had. Maybe you've been married and divorced a couple of times. You two always seem to come back together. That's what it feels like here. And I don't think the devil is telling me it's toxic. I think the devil's telling me it's obsessive. That you two, I feel, don't know why you keep finding each other, but I know why you keep finding each other, because I think you're supposed to be together. The outcome, we've got, the Hierophant. The Hierophant and the Four of Wands. What's going on? And the Seven of Cups. So I feel like it's confusing you. You're not sure why you always keep going back to this person. Just for conversation, just for text. I don't feel like you're going back to date them. I don't think that anybody's getting back together here. That's not what it feels like. But it feels like, why do we keep finding each other? Why? It's confusing to me. I think that there is some sort of a stable connection here that I feel has the potential to move into something that is committed. And I feel like no matter what goes on in your lives, you and the other person, there we go, the Two of Cups keeps you together. So I feel like no matter what goes on, right, no matter what strife or sadness or regret that we go through, it feels like the Two of Cups and the Page of Wands, I still come back to you. I text you, hi, how you doing? Haven't heard from you for a while. It's nice to reconnect to you. That's what it feels like here. You've tried to let this connection go and you can't. You always go back around. No matter where you move off to, no matter where you go, I feel like you can't, it's hard for you to release this connection. You're stuck in the Eight of Swords. We've got the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. You're fighting yourself from giving this person reciprocity. It worries you here. And I think it worries you because you're wondering, do I want to take it past friendship or not? Some of you won't, right? The Temperance is in the reverse. Maybe there's not enough balance here for us to even carry on this as anything more than a friendship. Possibly it's always just been friendship. But it does feel like two people just can't seem to stay away from each other. Got to close the door on the Five of Pentacles this week. That's what it looks like. We've got Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn. We've got a lot of water here. Pisces, Capricorn, Scorpio. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got more Taurus and more Scorpio. Very interesting. Tell me about Leo. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This sneak peek for this week, Leo. Tell me about Leo, please. Leo, if you're interested in a private read or you want to get in on the membership, please take a look at the pinned comment below this video, below any of my videos. Tell me about Leo, please. What's going on in the next 7 days? Sneak peek for this week for Leo. We do have the Seven of Swords. Very interesting place to start. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, please, for Leo. Leo, I think you're holding on to a soulmate. I think you're holding on to memories of a soulmate, possibly. I don't think that you are... I don't think that you're physically holding on to them. I think that you're holding on to the memory of them. And I feel like this person is somebody who is... They might be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could be a Libra, possibly. It feels like you're keeping this. This feels like this is what's under the surface. You can see, right? What's under the surface. I want to say it, but I don't think I can say it. It feels like I'm not saying you're a liar. I'm saying that, you know, there is this thing called sin of omission. And that means, you know, not saying the thing that's on your mind, not bringing it to the surface, not saying it is as bad as hiding it. And the Nine of Pentacles tells me that the person that you're holding on might be someone who is an earth sign, but someone who I feel that you see them as doing really well on their own. Like that they don't really need anybody. This person is single. They might have a business going. It feels like they have had a glow up, or you're very impressed with how they look now compared to what they looked like before. And it's not just looks. It's somebody who's built themselves up from nothing. Somebody who's quite successful in their life, very confident. I feel like you're holding on to the memories of this person, but you're not expressing any of that to this person. Got some justice in the future here. And that might depend on whether you're willing to say something about this or not. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. We have the Moon. You definitely are keeping it way under the surface here. You're trying to make a decision. Am I ready for something that is long-term and stable, or am I not? The Moon energy tells me that you don't know. You're not sure, and it's okay to not know. And as long as you don't step forward when you don't know, that's really the best bet. If you're unsure, don't make a commitment. The Moon energy tells me that you're not really sure what to expect. Like it feels like things are not as they seem. What if things are not as they seem and I don't know as much about this person as I think I do? I feel like I'm looking into your thoughts. Like it feels like with the Seven of Swords, it's like you're staying silent. It's almost like the Seven of Swords is someone trying to get away with something. And it feels like what you're trying to get away with is not expressing the feelings, like the really deep feelings that you have for somebody here. The Moon energy tells me you keep it hidden down deep, like emotionally dark, deep. You keep it hidden here. It feels like you want to make a decision about the Ten of Pentacles, but you're not really sure if that's exactly what you want. And until you're sure, I feel like you're not going to say anything. I feel like it's, yeah, you're hiding this. You're getting prepared, I want to say. You're getting prepared to make some sort of a decision, but you're not necessarily ready to do it right now. We have, well, Libra came back. We've got Justice. I feel like it comes out. I feel like you are going to say something here. Yeah. Oh boy. So the Queen of Swords and the Three of Swords and Justice. It feels like you think that if you get your justice by finally saying something, articulating it, being very honest and truthful about how you feel, I feel like you want to do it in sort of a head over heart sort of way, but you don't really want to hurt anyone's feelings. It feels like you're unsure. So whether you're in a relationship now or whether you're not, You're unsure. And if you're unsure, again, I feel like you shouldn't make a decision. Yeah, it feels like we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. There needs to be some healing done here, but I feel like you're scared to talk about it. I feel like that would give you justice, is to have a conversation about what's in your head. But we do have 3, 4, 5 swords, right? And 5 swords is conflict. You feel like if you bring it up, it's going to cause a fight or an argument, and you don't want to deal with that right now. It feels like with the last sword here, she's holding a sword. It is in balance, but it's the 6th sword. And to me, it's like you would rather have the thought of this person, think about them. Maybe we could get married. Maybe we could, live together. Maybe we could have children together. It's like this Disney ending that you think about. I don't think you're getting caught up in a Disney ending. That's not you, Leo. But I feel like it's like if I say something, then I won't have this person at all. They might just move on. You're unsure of how this person feels about you. And I feel like somebody may have given you an ultimatum, Leo. Either it's all of it or it's nothing. And so that's why you're staying silent. That's why you're not saying anything. Tell me about the outcome, please, for Leo. We've got the 8 of Cups. We've got the 5 of Cups. And we've got the Chariot. So I feel as though you are regretful from walking away. So now I get a little more insight with this outcome here. I feel like you were a person who refused somebody's cup, or you said to them, no, I'm not ready. And I feel like you're thinking about, I need to make a decision if I want to keep this person, but if I say something, I risk I risk losing them forever, that they're just going to be gone. And I feel like this person is in your life. You might speak with them once in a while. You might text with them once in a while. I don't think they're your bestie, but I think that you two keep each other in your lives. I feel like you regret walking away. So I feel like somebody here wanted you to get serious with them and you said no, and you regret walking away. I feel like you kept your feelings under the surface. We got Cancer and Pisces, so we got Cancer here. Feels like you didn't have enough stability at the time. I don't think that you said no because you weren't interested. I think that your life was so out of balance. And now that your life is back in balance, you're wondering, should I make the decision to say something? Does it end up in the 10 of Pentacles? Or should I just stay quiet and hold on to the memories that we have from past? It's coming around the corner for Leo. I think you're going to give somebody reciprocal energy. I think you're going to tell them about your feelings. I think you're going to give them some sort of love energy, because the 6 of Wands is about getting victory. I think it works out the way you want it if you actually can say the words. But I think that the biggest problem here is the Queen of Swords, because I feel as though you want to say it, but I feel like you want to say it without having to put your heart into it. If you're going to say it, then you need to say it and be honest and truthful about the feelings as well. This person gives you whatever energy you give them. If you give them swords, they give them back. If you give them love, they give it back. I feel like somebody here does want to have some sort of a happy ending here, like a happy run off into the sunset kind of ending. You want to be cheering and happy and people cheering you on. We do have the King of Swords. Well, there can be a problem right there, right? The King and the Queen of Swords. They're both two people who speak without emotion. I feel like what you want to do is be honest and truthful, go over some factual stuff. Is this going to work out or is it not? But you're worried that maybe this person might just collect their shit and go. You may never see them again. So I think that's a decision that you're going to have to make in the week. In the next 7 days here. Do I tell somebody that I have a whole pile of feelings for them or not? Do I just spring it on them? Or how do you say that, right? The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse, which is quite interesting. It feels like it's not time now. Like it's not divine timing right now. Not this week for sure. And I think that's why you're unsure. Look, if you're unsure, go with it. Go with the fact that you're unsure. Make sure that you are very sure before you say something. And if you never are, then just don't be. And you need to make that decision. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy here. We've got more Libra energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, more Cancer. We've got Pisces and Cancer. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Yeah, we've got lots of water, lots of swords. It's all about what's going on in the mind. Emotions are running high, is what it feels like. All right, Virgo. Let's talk about Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus and Jupiter, Virgo. If you are interested in a private read, there's a lot of room over at Wizio. And if you are interested in joining our membership, all of that information is in the pinned comment. Tell me about Virgo, please. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. The King of Cups comes out on its side. That's your challenge. It's an emotionally challenging week. Something that you've been keeping under the surface might require you to bring it to the surface. Tell me more about Virgo, please. The next 7 days. We have the King of Wands. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Queen of Wands. Very interesting. Somebody here is preparing, I feel, to say something. We have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. We have two people who mirror each other. Two people who can't keep their hands off of each other. Two people who I feel are both feeling as though there is something stable that's growing here. The Two of Wands is making preparations. Does this person have their eyes covered? No, but their eyes are closed. The world is in my hands. Oh, this is the second time around. Look, I just noticed. I love these ones with rich symbolism because there are things that sometimes I don't see right away and I see them at another time. You can see that there is a little casket in the back there and the top has been popped off it. It feels like something, you want to bring something back to life, that you're preparing to bring some sort of a connection back to life. But it feels like this is what you struggle with this King of Cups energy. You struggle with actually telling them how you feel. Because the King of Cups is the one who is ready, emotionally intelligent, emotionally aware. And the way that you love is going to be all the difference. That's what's going to make change here. There's an owl sitting right on this person's lap looking into the cup. It feels like you need to change something here. It's a change of emotions. Tell me about the King of Cups, please. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. You don't think it's going to go the way you want it to. The Page of Cups is like, what do I just spring it on them or what? Like that's what it feels like. The Four of Pentacles is you're holding on to this energy of I've got to just say it. Even if they feel like it's a surprise, but if I do surprise them, am I going to have regret? Is it going to make me sad, right? I think there's still love here though, because the Two of Cups are still standing. And I think with the Two of Cups standing and the one on the lap of the King of Cups tells me that I think that you want to try again or you want to reunite with somebody here. Tell me more about Virgo. You're thinking about somebody. It's either somebody who is in fire energy, because I feel like this energy is yours. I feel like the King or the Queen of Wands is you, feminine or masculine. And I feel like your person is somebody who you're incredibly attracted to. You have a very charming, charismatic kind of connection with them. It feels like it's very passionate. We're very much about being in the throes of passion. And it feels like you're preparing to say something about your feelings, but you're having a hard time bringing them to the surface. Because you think if I just spring it on them, am I going to regret saying something? I think that somebody here is in a connection that is just in fire right now. And somebody's starting to get feelings from it. It feels like it could be a situationship that you're starting to get the feels for. And somebody's wondering, should I just spring it on them? Should I just tell them? What should I do? You need to take charge of the situation, first of all. So the Emperor is saying, take charge of the situation and make the call. Don't be scared. The Emperor would never be scared. Look, the Emperor's always battle ready. Emperor's always got the chainmail, the knight's armor, right? Underneath the clothing is always ready. Tell me about the Emperor. We've got the Hierophant. What? Virgo. I think you're going in. Wow. Look at all that. All right. So we do have the Emperor, the Hierophant, and Temperance. It's going down. That's what that tells me. It's going down. The Hierophant tells me that you are pretty darn sure that you're on the right path, that you're doing the right thing. And Temperance tells me that it's a shift that you will feel. Virgo, if you're feeling unsure right now, that's your indication not to say anything. When you feel the shift of, I think it's time for me to say something and I'm ready to get the consequences of speaking what's on my heart, I feel like that is going to be the time when you're supposed to do it. I feel like the Emperor wants a commitment, possibly from a Sagittarius, maybe a Taurus, maybe an Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Is it going to end up in a fight? Are we going to argue? Are they going to break my heart, or am I going to break their heart if I make this decision? Two swords facing up crossing over the heart. I just don't want to get hurt. And then we have 3 in the pumpkin there, right? And the 3 swords is like, yeah, I don't know if this person is going to accept my offer or not. If they don't, it might be because of these differences that we have that we can't resolve, which is, I feel like you're the one who is the Emperor. Like, you're a person who has a certain type of life. You must follow a certain path, and you're not planning on giving up the striving on the path. You're not planning on giving that up at all. So I feel like you're going to have to convince somebody to follow you. The 5 of Swords tells me, but if I say something, is it going to end up in an argument? Are we going to end up in a fight? Tell me what the outcome is here. We do have the Knight of Swords. We have the Moon energy. And we have the Page of Wands. I think you're going to say something. Now, the thing is that the Knight of Swords is here. And I'm just going to remind you that that is Gemini energy. So if you are going to say something, it feels like you probably shouldn't just throw it at that person and let them work it out. They're going to be wondering why you did it that way. The Moon energy is here. It's like you want to say something. You want to be impulsive. You want to be sort of impulsive, rebellious. Act out as the Emperor. Look, this is my world and I live in it. And you're allowed to come share it. Like, it almost feels like a little bit of ego. The Page of Wands tells me that I think that you are going to ask, though. I think you are going to say something. The Page of Wands here is the messenger, right? Yep, there's the Ace of Wands, and there's the 9 of Wands. Look, I'm just going to say, Virgo, if you say it, I feel like at least you're going to get to drop burdens. You're going to get to go on a brand new path. The 9 of Wands and the Ace of Wands tells me that this has been weighing really heavy on you, and that whether it works out the way you want it to or whether it doesn't, I feel like you just need to say it. We have the Death card. We have the 3 of Swords. You have to end the heartache that you've been enduring over and over and over again. It feels like something you keep revisiting, and it's a big decision for you to tell this person, look, this is what I'm giving you. I feel like you're just going to lay it out for them. This is who I am. This is what I want. Do you want to do this with me? You can follow me on the path if you like, but this is my path. This is where I'm going. So it feels like with the Judgment that you are making a big decision, or the universe. Like, I feel like, you know, whoever is the person who is calling you to do this, for some of you, it's, you know, Buddha or Ganesh or God or whoever it is that you follow. For me, it's source energy. And I feel like the universe is telling you, look, putting pressure on you to make some sort of a decision so you can end the heartache or the heartbreak that's been going on here. But I feel like with the 3 and the 5 of Swords, you've been up in your head and you're in a prison of the mind right now. You're not really sure what you're going to do. I feel like it will all come into alignment, though. The 10 of Pentacles, it feels like it works out for you if you decide to say something. It does feel like it works out for some of you. We've got Virgo and Pisces energy. We've got Scorpio. We've got Sagittarius, Taurus, and Aries. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. We've got so much fire here. It's all wands. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here. And yeah, the big dude. The one with all the big feelings. The King of Cups, which is what we started with, right? All right. It's up to you, Virgo. Tell me about Libra. Tell me what's going on with Libra, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Libra. Tell me what's going on with Libra this week. Tell me what's going on with Libra this week. We have the Knight of Coins. Why do we have the Knight of Pentacles, please? Tell me why we have the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you want something to speed up. It's going too slow. We do have the Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Death card. There is something here that I feel that you've come to the wisdom of. Somebody here has found their light. I feel like you know that you're the Hermit. It feels like you're a person who's been by yourself thinking about what to do about a situation that's been moving really slow. It's an opportunity that I feel is moving really slow, and I feel that somebody here wants it to move quicker. But it's a fear, the fear of the Five of Cups. That I feel like you're overthinking it with this Hermit energy, and I don't ever get overthinking with Hermit, but I feel like you've been in this Hermit energy for so long, you've thought out all possible ways that this could go right or this could go wrong. We have King of Swords here as well in the future. So it does feel like you've been really going over some sort of obstacles of the mind is what it feels like. It's like, but if I do this, they'll do that. If they say this, then I need to say that. They're going to refuse it. I'm going to come counteract with it. It feels like what you're trying to do is get out of this place of the Five of Cups, because it feels like here it's like a last-ditch effort. That's what it feels like to me, Libra, a last-ditch effort to bring wisdom into a situation that you think is already over. And you felt that way for a while. It feels like with the King of Swords energy here that you just want to be truthful and honest with somebody in the future here about whatever it is that you found out while you were in this Hermit energy. You want to transform the Five of Cups into wisdom. It's like you're the alchemist, and it feels like you want to take your pain and re-up it and transform it into something that will work for you. Got the Two of Wands. Got the King of Swords that came back out. Preparing to say something. It does feel like preparing to say something. Like I'm getting that a lot with these reads so far. That a lot of people are going to be voicing their opinions regardless of the outcome. I feel like a lot of people are going to be releasing things. And so that's the effect of the full moon that we had. And we are about to snuggle up here to the new moon, which comes on the 1st of November. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be releasing some things and opening new doors. It's like, I'm finally just going to say it. If the door closes, then I know that the next door that opens, I know where it's going. It's not going to go back there. So it feels like here that somebody's been thinking for a long while about what to say, but you haven't been saying it out loud. It feels like you've in fact been quite a recluse, I want to say, with the Four of Coins and the Hermit energy, the Death card, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles here. Everything's moving really slow, that you've been sort of stuck in the mind. We've got the Two of Wands energy, and the Two of Wands is you wanting to take action and preparing right now to say something. I'm not really sure what I'm going to say. It feels like with the Four of Coins energy that you're keeping it under wraps here. You're shut off, shut down, not really saying anything. It's all in your head at this moment. We've got the Eight of Wands, but I think that you will end up saying something here. You need for things to have movement. You're in this stagnant or stale energy in the mind. You need movement of some sort. We do have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you're about to ask somebody for a partnership. And what I mean by that is the Three of Coins. The Three of Coins is not love to me. It is, you know, can we get together and find out where we're at? Can we figure out if you're on my side or if I'm on your side? Do we belong to the same community? It feels like it could be a work thing for some of you. It feels like, can we pick up where we left off? The Eight of Wands. Can we move this forward into friendship? I don't want to be without you anymore. It feels like somebody here is very self-sufficient. You're very abundant. This could be you, Libra, or the person that is on your mind. It feels like somebody here is very abundant, has built themselves up to here by themselves, no help. And I feel it's almost like after being stuck or stagnant in some energy where you've been up in your head, you're trying to prepare to make a decision to open up to somebody just a little bit. Because you're tired of living in this Five of Cups energy. And I feel you've been there for a while. Yeah, I think somebody's going to do something here. Tell me why the Tower's here. Feels like somebody's having a realization that I don't want to be without this person. Whether this person, like this person is single, but I'm going to say that they're abundant, a business owner possibly, somebody who really doesn't need anyone else's help in order to be secure and safe and solid and grounded. This person is looking really good, takes care of themselves. Tell me why the Tower is here. It's like you're having this realization. This is the realization that comes from the wisdom you get from the Hermit energy. We've got the Seven of Wands, the Six of Swords, and we got the Ten of Cups. So again, it feels like somebody here going for broke. I feel like you're going in with your boundaries high, and if you've got to go, you've got to go. The Six of Swords is telling me that it's too chaotic where you are right now, and so the Tower shows up, and I really feel like in 100% of the cases that the Tower shows up for mercy. It's because you're at a place where it feels like all the fizzy stuff, you've shaken up the bottle of Coke, and all the fizzy stuff, somebody's got to let the pressure off, and I think that's the Tower. I feel like you need to let the pressure off. I feel like you have a lot of really good, happy, emotional feelings for someone here, but you're not exactly sure if they feel the same way. You're trying to see if we can move forward into at least forming some sort of a friendship again. Can we do that? Tell me about the outcome, please. We've got the Temperance card, we've got the King of Cups, and we've got the Chariot. So you've got some really deep feelings for this person, and you've been really patient with them. They might be sort of doing their own thing, working on their business, working at work, working on themselves. It feels like this person has really not even got their eye on you, Libra. I feel like you've been going through these feelings of, I don't know if I want to stay away from this person this much longer. Like even if we're just friends, I just want to have this person in my life. The King of Cups tells me with the Temperance card here that somebody is waiting for the moment of alchemy to express their feelings so we can try and move forward with the Chariot. But Cancer and Scorpio both keep everything way under the surface. It's like you're going to have to breach the surface in order to be able you're going to have to say it. You're going to have to say it at some point if you don't want to be stuck in your mind with all of this. I feel like this is like, should I just move along with my boundaries or should I tell this person? I feel it's a realization that you want the Ten of Cups with them. We've got the Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. I think you're going to try again. The Eight of Cups in the reverse is the boomerang for me. Whether this starts out as a fight or an argument, it feels like we got the King and the Queen of Swords here. This person is somebody who is like you, highly intellectual, very cerebral. They could be an air sign. They don't have to. Air signs are Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It feels like with the Five of Swords, though, that you feel that every time we talk about this subject, it gets out of hand and we start to argue. And what you're trying to avoid is the Six of Swords. 5 and 1 is 6. You're trying to avoid sharp words, saying things head over heart instead of bringing feelings into the situation. The thing is with the King of Cups keeps those feelings under the surface. And so I feel like we're going to have a conversation that's very head over heart. And I don't think that the person that you're dealing with is the one who's going to bring any of the feelings to the surface. Magician. Somebody's been manifesting you. I think there's two people manifesting each other, to be honest. I feel like you're going to have to pull out every trick in the book. The Magician is here, has all the tools. You're going to have to pull out every trick in the book. You're going to have to say all the right things. And yeah, I'm just going to leave it right there. Knight of Swords, more swords, Gemini energy. Try not to blurt it out. Try and be very concise and very clear, I'm going to say, because that's the King of Swords, right? Face it head on. Be very clear, very honest, very factual. Try not to just blurt it out, because it's going to get things really emotional. So we do have Pisces here. We have Aquarius. We do have more Pisces, Scorpio energy. We do have Capricorn, Virgo, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Aries energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. We've got Virgo energy, Sagittarius, Scorpio, and more Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, Scorpio, here we are, my birthday babies. How are you? Happy birthday to you, friends. If you're having a birthday today, happy birthday. Let's talk about Scorpio. I already feel this season going deep. We are coming up with a new moon on the November the 1st in your sign. New doors open, Scorpio. Let's find out what's going on. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. 10.of.cups has been all over everybody's readings. I don't know what's going on in your life, Scorpio. But you've been everywhere so far. Tell me about Scorpio, please. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. Tell me why the Ace is here, please. Ace of Wands. Hierophant in reverse. And the Eight of Wands. What? The Judgment? All right. King of Pentacles making a decision of some sort that is going to affect your 3D world, your pentacle world. Scorpio, I feel like there is an opportunity here, an opportunity to gain some stability in some sort of an exciting way. It feels like doors are opening for you. I'm going to say November the 1st, right, is the new moon in Scorpio. New doors are opening. New paths are encouraging you to follow. It does feel like with the Hierophant in the reverse, it feels like you're a non-traditional person. And what I mean by that is you're not someone who follows other people's doctrines. You don't follow what other people say. You make your own decisions. And the Eight of Wands is fast-moving energy. I feel like you're going to be making some sort of a really quick decision about opening some sort of a new door. The Judgment card is here. It does feel, yeah, it does feel to me like it might be something that has to do with your home or your job or your business or your life in general. It doesn't have to be any of those things. It could be your something that's going on with your home. I feel like the moon energy, you don't see that something is about to come back around, but it feels valuable. Like it feels like you would value it. It feels like you're about to set out on some sort of a non-traditional path. And what I mean by non-traditional is you're traditionally someone who's very slow moving. I just want to look over all the details. It feels like somebody here is going to have to make some sort of a really quick decision, that things are speeding up. And in order to be able to catch the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles at the same time, it feels like you're going to have to make some sort of a quick decision. But that's not your normal. That's not traditional for you. You like to move slowly. Tell me what the Ace of Pentacles is. Got the Four of Pentacles. Got the Three of Cups. And we've got the Ten of Wands. Just listening. You do want to drop your burdens with some sort of a group of people. What I'm getting is that there is some sort of a celebration that's going to be happening, Scorpio. And it feels like the fact that the celebration is happening is what is really weighing heavy on you. Because I feel like you're sort of stepping back from this group of people. But there's something. So I'm just going to give you a scenario. It's like you're not speaking to your sister. I don't know if it's that or not. You're not speaking to your sister, and you haven't spoken to your sister in months. And the holidays are coming up, right? End of November for some of you in the US, and or maybe in December for others of you. It feels like you know that this is approaching, and you've been holding back from this. It almost feels like now you figure out, somebody's told you in the family that your sister is pregnant, and you've always wanted to be an uncle or an aunt. And it's weighing really heavy on you, that you know that this celebration is coming up and that you're holding back from it. There's something going on that's celebratory that I feel requires for you to take a step out onto a new path here in the 3D. Like, go to the party, go to the celebration. And up until now, you're like, I've been on my own path. I really don't care. But the incoming energy is, it could be a message of some sort. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. The Hierophant energy being in the reverse tells me that you'll do what you want. People can't tell you what to do. You don't follow anybody. You follow you. We do have the Death card. We have the Five of Wands. I want to stop fighting. And the King of Swords. I want to make things clear. I want to stop fighting. I want to take the higher ground. The King of Swords is the one that is invested in justice and truth and honesty. I want to take the higher ground and just be honest with you. I want to stop fighting. I want to stop the arguing and the competition. And it feels like I just want to start a new path. Can we just get stable in our energy so we can begin a new path? I feel like the family sees you, Scorpio, as a wild card. They're like, everybody will fall in line, no matter what the patriarch says or the matriarch. Everybody falls in line but Scorpio. Scorpio is like, nah, brah, I don't do what you say. I do what I want to do. We have the Four of Wands. It does feel like it is a family thing to me. It feels like it has to do with your family. So whether that's the family you live with, your spouse, your children, or if that's mom, dad, sister, brother, it does feel like what you want to do is put the end to carrying these heavy burdens, because you know that this celebratory time is showing up. It could be the holidays we're talking about, and we're arguing, and I don't want to argue about it anymore. What I want is stability in the family, and I just want to say it in the most clear, honest, truthful, factual terms. I don't want things, it almost feels like this is coming at you really fast, because look, we're already going to be in November, right? Pretty soon. And so you don't have a whole lot of time to make a decision, especially if you're in the US and you're the one who's celebrating Thanksgiving. You don't have a whole lot of time to make this decision. I feel like this week is you thinking about how you're going to do it, because you've been disconnected or shut off or shut down from the family. Five Pentacles are here. Everything has fallen into lack, and nobody's coming to me to straighten it out. So I'm going to have to take the high road and be the person who says something to everybody. Tell me what the outcome is here. I'm going to actually want to know what the Eight of Wands is here, because it feels like there's incoming information coming here. It feels like you're the Hierophant. It feels like you're the one, I'm going to say, in the family, whether you're it feels like whether you're the brother or the sister, you're the person who is like, the person who is the only one that doesn't go to church, or you're the only one who doesn't follow a doctrine. You don't really follow the Bible. I don't think you're against it, but I don't think you follow it. Like, I feel like you're the person who just does what you want to do when you want to do it. And the family is the complete opposite of that. Tell me what the Eight of Wands. Got the Chariot, Queen of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. I feel like this is communication that's coming in from the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whether this is a friend, a family member, a sister, a brother, spouse, take it as it resonates for you. But I feel like somebody's going to ask you to make a really quick decision about what's going on in the Pentacle world, and is going to give you an offer. Will you please come and will you please make a decision about coming and seeing us? The Chariot here, it could be that you live at a distance from them. They want to get balance. They want to get emotional balance within the family here. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Scorpio. Got the Seven of Pentacles, got the Seven of Swords, and the Star. The thing is, if this is going down, Scorpio, you're going to have to tell the truth. And that's why the King of Swords is here. The Seven of Swords is here, and the Seven of Pentacles. It feels like, and the Star, it feels like you've been hoping and wishing that you could stop, that they would stop running away from the truth. It feels like there's a truth that they don't want to see as the truth. And it's because everybody is following the same doctrine or following the same religion, or it's like you have a different point of view on the situation than everybody else because they are just all lemmings following each other off the cliff. Like they will do whatever the one in front of them does. And you're the only one who's like, no, we got to talk about this. I feel like you're the Star. I feel like you're the glue that holds everything together. And it feels like you want them to stop running from the truth. You would rather that we sit down in this pentacle energy, solid, slow, let's nurture it, let's throw our seeds of intention, let's plant a good seed, and let's see what grows. It feels like this is a really big opportunity, but it does feel like wounded warrior energy, though. I think I'm talking to the black sheep, right? The one who is the standoffish one. Everybody sees you as standoffish, but not because you are, just because you think differently. You're not following anybody. We've got the Ten of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. I think you're preparing to give them some reciprocity. I think that's what you're going to do. I think you're going in, holding up your sword with your boundaries tight, and you're just going to say, look, it is what it is. I believe what I believe. You guys believe what you want to believe. And if we're going to let this go, then things can grow. But if you're not going to let it go, I'm out. I'm going to leave. I'll just leave with what you think is my lies, and I'll go. But it feels like you are the one person that I feel can heal all of this, because you have the energy of the Hierophant. You're actually deciding to go because you want to heal it. Take your intuition with you. King of Wands. Yeah, I feel like in your soul, it feels like you are ready. I want to say you're ready to go and work it all out. We've got Cancer, we've got Scorpio, we've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, more Aquarius, Taurus, and Pisces. All right. Tell me about Sagittarius. Sagittarius, did you see that bonus read? It's a pretty wild bonus read for you. It was fun to do, though. Let's find out what's going on for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for this week for Sag. If you're interested in a private read, or you want to join us in the membership, please look at the pinned comment below this video. Tell me about Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords and the Empress. The Ace of Wands. I think you're about to change your path, Sag. I think you're about to make some big changes in the way that you're moving, and I think it's worrisome. I feel like your energy might be the Empress energy. I know you're Sag, and that's Libra and Taurus, but that's because it's, you know, those two signs are ruled by Venus, and the Empress is full of love. So, but don't forget that the Empress also is all of the queens, and you're the Queen of Wands, right? The Queen, of Wands, whether you're feminine or masculine. It feels like there's a worry here, that you know that you need to change paths here, and you're trying to listen to your intuition as to which way to go or what decision to make. But there is something pretty exciting that's coming up, and it's blooming. It's been blooming for a while. And it feels like it's a pretty exciting creative path, and you are very creative. That's who the Empress is. So it does feel like there is some sort of change. It's going to put you on a different path in your life, and I think it's a bit worrisome for you because we've got the Nine of Swords here. It feels like It almost feels like you know that it's coming because we have the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. You can feel that something's about to change and it's worrying you. It feels like it's going to begin some sort of new path. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Oops. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. We've got the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. Sag, I feel like you're about to quit your job. That's what it feels like here. It could be for some of you. It feels like the decision is made within the Five Cups, that this is no more fun anymore. It's no more fun anymore. All I can focus on is the hardships, the bad things, the things that aren't going right. The worry is that you're going to have to make a decision and a change. And the change is going to send you on a new path, possibly a new job. Am I going to regret making this decision? That's the worry. Am I going to regret making this decision about this change here? It could be a work thing for some of you. For others of you, it feels like you've been working on yourself, this self-mastery energy. You've been working on yourself, and I feel like you're going to have to now, you're at a place in your life and in your healing where you're ready to make some sort of a major decision. It's a major change in your life. We've got the major arcana, right? It is an expansion though. Like I feel like it, you know, with the Ace of Wands here with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's a good expansion, but it feels like you're going to have to leave something behind or make a decision that you feel like you might regret. There's something here that you've been working on for a while, whether you've been building a house or whether you've been working on a friendship or a relationship, working on yourself maybe, but it could be a job for some of you. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Death card. So the cards up at the top are telling me if I make this decision, am I going to regret it? Am I going to have to work harder on something than I've ever worked hard on before? The Knight of Cups tells me, well, it could be about romantic things, but it also could be that this is passive energy, that you're moving slowly and carefully. This Knight is moving really slowly because I don't want to drop to fall out of this goblet, right? And it feels like somebody here doesn't want to be hurt. If it is a romantic thing for you, it feels like you've worked on yourself a lot, Sag. And it feels like you are now in this place of protecting yourself. I'll believe it when I see it. The thing is that you have a blindfold on, so I don't think that you see it arriving. There is, I feel, somebody who does have a feeling for you. It's a romantic feeling. I think that they're interested in you. I wouldn't say that you're dating. I don't think that you are. But it does feel like with the Death card and the Two of Swords that you're sort of telling the universe, look, I'll believe it when I see it. I think the universe is about to rip off your blindfold and is going to make you see it for what it is. Something is in the midst of transformation. Like I feel like something's right now is transforming. The Ace of Swords is here. It's something that is going to be successful. It feels like triumph, success, clarity. Once things change, I feel like once the universe pulls off this blindfold, you're going to see it for what it is. That it's a good opportunity to move forward and go on a new path, but it feels terrifying because I feel like you've made bad decisions before as it pertains to romantic things. For those of you who this is a job, that you're scared, you're terrified to make the decision because I need to be super careful with the decision that I make before I wield the sword and cut something out, end something. The Death card is here. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands, please. For some of you, it is that someone feels very connected to you. This person is going to ask you for some sort of a stable kind of, it doesn't feel like a relationship. To me, it feels like I really feel connected to you. With the Star and the Four of Wands, I'm feeling like soulmate. I'm very connected to you. We have the same type of energy. You make me feel very balanced and well and healed. And I still feel like, though, this Eight of Swords is here, that you you're not really sure. Like you're standing in your emotions. You're not really sure, but I'm going to get hurt. And then we've got 8 and 2 is 10. Maybe I should just end it and carry on. And maybe that's the solution. It feels like somebody here is wanting to release some fears. Got a 9 and 1 is 10, right? Release some fears, possibly. Tell me what the outcome is, please. Tell me what the outcome is. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the King of Swords. I really do feel that it works out. It works out really lovely. I think that you're scared of moving too quickly. That's what it is. You want to move slowly. And I know you're Sag. And, you know, it's so different whether it shows up in your rising, your moon, or your sun, Venus, Jupiter. How you're going to move depends on where it is placed in your chart. So for some of you, I feel like this is the way to quick happiness, I want to say. This person is promising you happiness. Somebody's being really honest with you about how attracted they are to you, and that they're going to do whatever they can to make life passionate and full of happiness, emotional happiness for you, that they feel like you two are in alignment. This person is somebody who is very slow moving. They are slow moving, but I feel like they are super attracted to you. And what they don't want you to think is that they're just here for a situationship. I don't think that they are. I feel like this person's making it really clear to you that I'm not here for a situationship. I'm here for happiness. So we do have, yeah, this is somebody that you're acquainted with. So somebody that you're a friend of, or a friend of a friend, or you've met them in a group of people or the community. And it feels like they want to put an end to the friendship. And you're confused by that. It's like, I don't want to be friends. I'd rather be dating you. And you're confused by that. You're not sure what sort of decision to make. The 8 of Swords is here. You're going to have to figure it out. Somebody's offering you a cup. Are you going to refuse it or not? For some of you, you just might refuse it. All right. We have Aquarius energy, Scorpio. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, and Taurus. We also have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and we have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. Okay. Tell me about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days for this week. Sneak peek for this week for Capricorn, please. Capricorn, if you're interested in a private read or joining us in the membership area, please look at the pinned comment. All of that information is there. Tell me about Capricorn. What's coming up in the next 7 days for Capricorn? All right. Came out on its side is the 4 of Swords. The challenging part of all of this is communication. It feels like, yep, it is. 4 of Swords coming out on its side means that the communication's been challenging, and I just want to try and get some stability here. Can't they see me? It feels like someone's got their back turned, and the other person's watching. So the 10 of Swords is a release, right? It is a release. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I really do feel that you need to release some energy. That's what I want to say. You need to release some words. You need to say something. It feels like you've been kind of laying here, not really knowing what to say for the longest time, because it feels like there was an ending and possibly some heartbreak. We do have the Ace of Swords, which is laying, you know, that way, right? And for me, that's a challenge. This card did, in fact, come out as a challenge. And so it feels like somebody's trying to communicate with you, but it's a very challenging communication that or you could be wanting to communicate with somebody else. But it feels like somebody here needs to make a decision to take their shot. Even though things are over, it's ended, we released it, it's gone, it's done. Somebody here wants to take their shot and trying to get some stability and making some sort of a decision to maybe try and speak with you again. Or you speaking with them. Take it as it comes for you. Tell me about Capricorn. We've got the 4 of Cups, we've got the 9 of Cups, and we have the 6 of Wands. I feel like somebody here does want victory, but I don't know that you want to. I'm just going to say. I feel like somebody here, it's like this person is, the person who I feel wants to take their shot with you is somebody who's very egoic. They're somebody who's up on their high horse. They feel like they're above everybody. And the only reason I'm saying that is because we do have somebody who's just gorging themselves, right? This person doesn't look very happy to having to serve this person. This person might be hungry and this person is not. I feel like somebody here is deciding, I don't really want this. Capricorn, you're like, no, this is going to be another cycle, and it's just going to end up here. It's just going to end up with me pouring out this cup that you gave me. The universe is offering you an opportunity that I don't think you want. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're doing fine by yourself with the 9 of Cups, that maybe you're single and happy. The universe is about to offer you something that I don't think you want. But please understand that it's always, the universe is always offering us what we're thinking about or what we're asking for. And so I feel like even though this person, it's almost like you're testing yourself. The higher self is calling someone in to test you. Are you ready to give it up finally? I almost feel like somebody here, this person is coming back to tell you that they would like to have more of a relationship. Like if this is a relationship that you're in, this person, I feel, you can see these two. There's a wreath on his head and a wreath that he's placing on hers. And this is the way that they used to get betrothed to each other. This used to be an engagement, right? In the medieval times. They didn't use rings and stuff until much later, until like metals and steel and stuff were, gold and stuff like that were available. But it feels like somebody here almost wants to take it to the next level with you, but I don't think you want it. I don't think it's the right time because the Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Got the High Priestess, got the 2 of Swords. That 2 of Swords has been showing up in that position quite a bit today. The High Priestess, the 2 of Swords, and the Temperance card. Feels like there is a decision that needs to be made. It is a moment of alchemy thing. I want to say that Capricorn, probably you intuitively, you know that this person wants to take it to the next level. You know that this person wants to either resume this connection or take it to the next level. But listen to this. Like, I feel like, it feels like to me that when this person does come back to offer you a cup, that they're like offering you not just, can we try again? Can we get back into a relationship? They're offering you marriage. Like, can we move in together and get engaged? Like, it feels like they're kind of sure of themselves that even though this has ended, they're kind of sure of themselves intuitively that, although there is a block in place right now, you might even be blocking them on the internet right now. Although there is some sort of a mental block in place, that this person's like, but if I heal it and bring this moment of alchemy, if I listen for when it's the right time for me to make this shift, the decision after going back and forth and back and forth, this is what you're feeling, is the moon energy. You kind of know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about, and you know that everything is in the dark right now. I know that you feel that this person is coming back, and you would be right. I feel like they're coming back home. You feel like home to them. Tell me about Capricorn. What's the outcome, please, for Capricorn? We've got the Hermit energy, we've got the Knight of Wands, and the Chariot. I feel like they want to go fast, you want to go slow. The Hermit energy is Virgo. It could be a Virgo that's coming back, maybe a Cancer. Could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Sagittarius, maybe Cancer or Pisces. It does feel like somebody wants to go fast and somebody wants to go slow. It feels like you want to think it over. I feel like with you being the earth energy, that you are the one who wants to think it over. You're very attracted to this person and there is still chemistry between you. But it feels like this person wants to move way too fast. That's what it looks like. You're like, if they want to move way too fast, then I'm just going to say no thank you. This person, I feel, is getting in their vehicle to come see you. But the Knight of Wands tells me, I don't know, can you trust the stability they're willing to give you? This might just be, yeah, a shut up ring. Yeah, it feels like that. It feels like somebody doesn't really want to get married, but they know that the only way that they can get back into your good graces, back into this relationship, back into your life, is sort of by giving you some sort of a promise that there is more to come. I don't know that this person has much stability. I'm just going to say. We do have the Lovers, we have the Eight of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Swords. Whatever you two have not been able to agree on, they're willing to work on it. Really willing to work on it hard. This person thinks that you're the only person for them. They don't know how to tell you that. I'm just looking at this here, and we've got the sword that's across here, and me, that's a challenge. It's a challenge in communication here. I feel like somebody's coming back and they're coming back like heavy duty. Yeah. To throw some sort of an offer at you here. And that may be good news to some of you, might not be great news for others, but I feel like somebody's finally getting out of their head and they're going to say it to you. We do have the Ace of Swords that is in the reverse, and it feels like you're not ready to talk. You're not ready to talk to them yet about this. Pisces and Cancer, Sagittarius energy. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo. There we go. Someone's coming at you, heavy duty. Tell me about Aquarius, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. What's coming up for Aquarius, please, the next 7 days? Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read or to join us in the membership area, please look in the comment that's pinned below this video. Tell me about Aquarius, please. What does Aquarius need to know in the next 7 days, please? Sneak peek for this week for Aquarius. That one tried to flip out. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Boy. Somebody's mood is changing. That's what it feels like. Somebody's mood is changing. It's like somebody who, Aquarius, it feels like somebody maybe you've been reciprocal with your energy. You know, conversations, maybe going out with friends. We've got 3 Pentacles here. We've got Ace of Pentacles in the hand and 2 on the other side. It feels like, you know, you've been making some sort of decisions to be social, be in a group of people, and it's reciprocal energy. And it feels like somebody's mood has changed. I'm getting that from the moon energy. Somebody's mood has changed, and it feels like we're going from Pentacles to fire. It's like somebody is realizing they're really attracted to you, or maybe you're realizing you're very attracted to them. But it feels like this mood of being in the moon energy, of being unsure, not knowing what's going on. I'm not really sure, you know, things are not as they seem. Does this person have feelings for me or not? It feels like after a time of getting reciprocal energy from this person, that your mood has changed, and maybe it's time to pursue. Maybe you'll allow yourself to be pursued, or you are the pursuer. Take it as it resonates for you. Feminine or masculine. The Queen of Wands is both. Feminine leaning with masculine energy as well. You could be the person who is the Queen of Wands, or somebody who is wanting someone else to pursue them. But something's about to change. We've got the Page of Cups in the reverse. We've got the Temperance card. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like what we have here is somebody who is very confident. I gotta say overly confident. I want to say with this Page of Cups in the reverse, because the Page of Cups in the reverse to me is emotional immaturity. Yeah. This person is disconnected from their intuition. They don't really use their intuition to make decisions. I feel like the person who's going to pursue you feels like they're overly confident that things are all in place to move forward with you. Something is about to change here with the Wheel of Fortune. And what's changing is the way we're interacting with each other. Like it feels like this was, you know, Six of Pentacles, solid, grounded, moving slow, dependable. It feels like something's changing and it's about to speed up. But it feels like the person who I think has been patient, waiting for the right time to say something, I feel like this person is really emotionally immature. So it's almost like a blind confidence that they have. They're going with the flow, but it feels like blind confidence. It might be a little bit unrealistic to pursue you, but it's almost like it's fueled by their pentacle. How can I say that they're very, very wealthy, doing well. It's almost like an overblown confidence. We do have the Ten of Swords. We have the Empress, and we have the Three of Swords. I feel like you're going to say no. So whether you're the Empress or the Queen of Wands, whether you're feminine or masculine, I could be talking about you. I really do feel that the Empress is telling me that you're already abundant. You don't need anything else. For some of you, this person could be releasing somebody who is an Empress. I also think it kind of also feels like the Empress has had, you know, has had their share of being stabbed in the back, of somebody who has betrayed them. You know what? I feel like somebody does want to pursue you. And it does feel like, I'm just going to be honest, it does feel like this person is like, it's because they think because they have a lot of money that you're going to want to go with them. But this person, like, it doesn't matter how well they dress. And I always say this, like, people get so, ooh, they lost weight. Ooh, that celebrity got tweaked here and tweaked there. But who the hell cares if this person is emotionally unavailable or if they're emotionally immature? Who cares what they look like, right? Like, yeah, for sure, they got a lot of money. They're looking really good. And I feel like it's something that other people are like, ooh, how could you say no? But you're like, look, I have what I need. I'm the Empress. I have what I need. I don't need this. I definitely don't need to be training someone who's thinking in terms of love, emotion, or intuition like a child. I don't need that. I don't see a future for this. I see that maybe things don't end very well. Got the Eight of Wands. This person is not going to stop pursuing you. Tell me what's about to change. I feel like what's about to change is that a door is opening, and that is true for November 1st, right? November 1st is the new moon. There is a new door opening here, and the King of Cups is behind that door. I think this King of Cups is separate from the Nine of Pentacles. I think that the King of Cups is somebody who is emotionally available, who's emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware, somebody who has grown up in their emotions. I just don't feel that I feel like you've been hurt so much that you may not even trust it. I feel like there is somebody here who is very good looking, very handsome, very beautiful, someone who does really well financially. So they might have, you know, a great house, great car. But I feel like this person is somebody that you might turn down because you realize that they don't get it. Like they just don't get it. They're beautiful, but they don't get it. And you don't really need it. So I think you're going to leave it be. But I feel like you leave it be. And the only reason the universe moves something out of the way is so something else better can come along. And I think that's this. I feel like when the new door opens on November 1st, I feel like in the month of November, you meet somebody who is the King of Cups. They don't have to be Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but they could be. I feel like what changes here when you meet the King of Cups is, what changes is the Nine of Wands. You're no longer the wounded warrior when this door opens here. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Aquarius. Tell me what the outcome is for Aquarius. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Justice card. Yeah, you know what? I feel like this energy here is the one that you're going to be more open to, I want to say. The Three of Cups. I feel like there is some sort of an invitation to a celebration that's coming. It feels like that there is justice here. I want to say things, it feels good to you. And it feels like you are very highly intuitive. So I feel like it feels good to you. And it feels like it's balanced. It feels like this person, like I've known them from somewhere before. You definitely could know them from somewhere before, but it feels like I've known them from somewhere before, or maybe I feel like I have memories with them. It feels like this King of Cups is someone who's very deep and dreamy. That's what it feels like. And so are these feelings, are deep and dreamy. So it almost feels like you know that you've met the right person. But I want you to be aware of this person, because they're going to be a person who pulls up in a Lambo wearing Armani and, you know, or the most beautiful outfit you can imagine. All the hair and nails are did, and this person is going to be delicious. But I feel like your energy is going to be like, ew. No, it's going to give you the ick. And I feel like this King of Cups is, it's almost like, you know, there's always a test before something goes good, right? Whether it's a tower or whether it's a test that shows up and you're like, no, I'm going to push that away. And then the good thing shows up. And I feel like that's what's going on here. The Seven of Pentacles is, I don't want to wait anymore. Let's have some celebration. Let's get some victory. Even though I don't have all the details, it might be a little bit confusing, but it does feel like with 3 and 7 cups here, that this does lead to 10 cups energy. It does lead to very balanced, happy emotions here. Got the 8 of Cups, the Strength card, and the Lovers. So it does feel like you will probably hold back for a little bit. And I feel like that's in the dating process, right? We shouldn't floodlight people with our stuff, right? And I feel like you're just going to take it slow. That's what it feels like. Take it slow with the King of Cups. Because you know what? The King of Cups is going to take it slow. Scorpio energy. They're going to move super duper slow. But I feel like this is somebody that you feel that it almost feels like it freaks you out just a little bit, because the Strength card is here with the Lovers. And it's like, I'm trying to find the courage to say to the universe, yes, I understand that you gave me this connection in lieu of the other one. So I feel like you're walking away from this connection, and then this shows up. It almost feels like it's boom, boom. Like whenever you decide to close down this connection with this person, or you push them away or say no thank you, that's when this person comes in. We have the World card. You are, in fact, changed. I'm just going to say, with the Empress here, you're somebody who's now changed. You've changed your mind. You're closing doors. Something new is about to happen for you. You're making better decisions, and you're not just going with what you see, because whatever the package is, you never know what's in the box, right? Look, did we not learn that as kids at Christmas? Right? They could have used the Xbox 5 box to just put all of the underwear in, right? Oh gosh. Okay. So Libra and Taurus is here. We've got Aries, Gemini, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Sagittarius, Cancer, and Pisces, and Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo. All right. And let's take a look. Oops. Let's take a look at Scorpio. Not Scorpio. Sorry, Pisces. Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I don't know why I yelled out Scorpio. Maybe we're going to be talking about a Scorpio. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces and Scorpio are a great match, by the way. Tell me about Pisces. Two Fishes friends. Tell me about the next 7 days. Tell me about Pisces, the next 7 days, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, Pisces, if you're interested in joining us in the membership area, or if you need a private reading, please look for the links down below this video in the pinned comment. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, we have the Six of Swords. I kind of like when a reading starts out with the Six of Swords. So it tells me you're cutting out some bullshit. It tells me that you've decided you're no longer living in chaos. It's time for you to go to the calm. But you've got some scars. That's what it feels like. You've got some scars. Was it the Lion King that had Scarface? It feels like that. It feels like people, like you hide your scars really well, but I feel like you do have scars. We have all air sign energy here except for the Knight of Cups. So it does feel like I want to say that you have moved away from something that was really chaotic, deciding, I can't do this anymore. It's time for me to go. I feel like whether that's a relationship or a job, you've made some sort of a major change to hang on to your worth. You're like, no, I'm worth more than that. I'm not going to deal with people like that anymore. I'm not going to be stuck up in my head. I'm just going to take along with me all the things that I learned, the things that they taught me that I don't want to go through again. It feels like you've cut out of somewhere and moved away. It moved away from it for sure, into calmer waters here. The Knight of Cups. You know, the thing is that I feel like that because it does feel like maybe it was a romantic thing that you moved away from. And I think when I said you were like, you have a lot of scars, it feels like the scars that you have are now, like, I feel like you're moving into calmer waters, but you don't trust anybody. I feel like you don't trust anybody emotionally. You don't trust anybody with your emotions, with your feelings, with your romantic notions. To you, everybody's always trying to get away with something. It's like they're always trying to, and I don't know that this is true, I'm just saying, but with the King of Swords, it feels like that you're now way more aware than you were before you got in the boat and went with your swords. You're far more aware. And so you are no longer jumping into things. In fact, I think you're a little bit blocked, if I'm going to be honest. We've got a lot of swords here, right? All of these swords. 7, 8, 9, 10. So it does feel like something ended and it was painful and you released it. But now you're really, really covering your heart. Like it feels like it's like, I know that romance is abound. I feel like you may be getting some attention, but to you, it's hard to trust somebody again because I feel like you've been hurt a lot. Tell me about the Six of Swords, please. Even when they're honest and they're truthful, and it feels like you're scared to let them see this heart energy that you have, the romantic feelings or the romantic energy that you have. It feels like you're not really sure that all people aren't out to hurt you. I'm sure that it's not all of them, but I like that. There we go. We've got the World card, we've got the Two of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So it feels like, you know what, this is going to change. This might be a temporary place where you are because you've just left a relationship, or you've left a place where you felt that somebody cheated you out of something, that you had to end it and release it because it was painful. Whether that's a relationship or a job or a friendship or whatever it is, it feels like it has come to an end. And I feel like the way you start the new chapter is by getting rid of this block, which I kind of like because we saw the Two of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So the World card, I feel, is bringing closure to this block. And so you're getting out of your head. 8 swords. You're getting out of your head. 6 and 2 is 8, and everything here is changing. It's like you're changing your mind. You've closed a chapter, and now you are heading forward and moving into more fortunate things. It feels like with the Wheel of Fortune here, that this is very positive and fortunate change for you. I keep staring at this King of Swords because it feels like you're going to meet somebody who really is honest, who really is truthful. Somebody who's kind of not really in your face, but you know, somebody who's not scared to touch on any subject. They can talk about anything because they're highly intelligent and they're not scared to touch on any subject. They don't get angry. They don't get upset. This is a person who is not fiery. This is a person who's logical. I feel like somebody here is showing up with romantic feelings, but you don't trust them. But I think that you should trust them. I feel like they are truthful and honest. Of course, you know, take them through your own question period as to whether you're going to trust them or not. But I feel like they are trustworthy. We do have the 8 of Cups. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Chariot. So I feel like the reason that you left the place where you left, which I think may have been a relationship, it could have been, is because you're tired of settling for anything less than the truth. I feel like you were dealing with somebody who was not very, very honest with you. You never knew what was going on. They weren't honest with you. And they weren't honest about your heart space either. I feel like this is the person that really hurt you. It feels like you got tired of settling for someone who was a liar, who just wasn't, maybe not lying to you, but maybe not telling you the whole truth. I feel like you picked up that sword and just swung it. That's what it feels like here. You decided after some clarity that I don't want to be stuck here. This isn't the place that I'm supposed to be, and that's why you left. The Chariot energy is here. That could have happened with a Cancer. It doesn't have to. We have Aries, Sagittarius, we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini right here as well. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius energy here. Yeah, I feel like the Chariot is telling me that once you got the clarity, you just left. You went. It's like you got some sort of clarity and you went. I'm not staying here any longer. Yeah, and then you healed yourself here. So tell me about this King of Swords. I'm kind of interested because it does feel like someone is about to show up here, and they might be a little bit aloof or detached, or they might just seem highly intelligent. And those people like that are in this Aquarian kind of energy, they can of course have fire sign and all of that. They can be very excitable and fun, but this person, when it comes down to it, is very logical. They're very, very logical, and they're always going over details. Tell me about this King of Swords. They could be a masculine energy. They don't have to be, because we have feminine energy here as well. So yeah, we have the Lovers, we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the Ten of Swords. So there we go. It's the reminder that I could get hurt again. But it does feel like this person is somebody who gives you good energy. They're somebody who's really attractive, and I think they're attracted to you as well. I think you like that kind of very bossed up kind of masculine, because swords are masculine energy, bossed up kind of masculine, really smart energy. I'm going to say that kind of is a turn on for you. We do have the Lovers here, and it makes you want to get closer to this person. I feel like you're really attracted to them, but you know, in the back of your mind is always hanging out there with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, because I feel like you've already left the Ten of Swords, and I don't think it was very long ago. Like, it feels like with these swords, for me, swords are days for me. So we got 10, 11, 12, 17, 19, maybe a month, I would say. 19 days to a month, maybe. That your other relationship may have ended and you were really hurt in that relationship. So I feel like you are going to meet somebody new, and I feel like it's going to be an immediate attraction thing. You're going to like their energy. They're going to be easy on the eyes, I'm going to say. Tell me what the outcome is here for Pisces. We've got the Emperor. We've got the Star. And we've got the Five of Wands. So you're not just dealing with the King of Swords, you're dealing with all the kings. I feel like this person is an emperor. This person is somebody who's not only highly intelligent, but they're really good with their money. They're very good at hiding their feelings. And they're also somebody who takes a lot of action. They will pursue. So it does feel like here with the Five of Wands and the Star, it feels like you hesitate. Or you're holding back, or maybe they do, because indecision, right? Because I feel like both of you are in some sort of healing. Like, it feels like the Emperor might be in a healing process as well. So it might feel like it's moving super slow when you meet this person, and not only because they're a fixed sign, but also because I feel like both of you have been really hurt and nobody wants to make the first move. What's next for Pisces? Five of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in the reverse, and Justice. So you're like, if they want to come at me, they can come at me slow. And the Justice card tells me that I really do feel like this person that you're about to meet, the King of Swords, or the Emperor, I should say, is your karmic justice. But this person I feel is moving slow because they don't want you to think that they're just here to hit it and quit it. They don't want you to think that all they want is passion. I feel like this person's going to move super duper slow. Yeah, as the King would. So we could be looking at someone who's maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, maybe. Someone who is an Aries. It could be somebody here who is holding back. It does feel like this person, you'll know from the feeling, because the Lovers is here. You'll know because of the attraction, because the Queen of Wands is here. You'll know that there's something going on, but nobody's saying anything because the Emperor's here. And then we're going to wait. So don't be surprised if you connect with this person, you meet them, you feel great about them, you're attracted to them, they're attracted to you, and then they go off the radar. Look, an adult man would do that, right? An adult masculine would do that. Sometimes a feminine too. Going to pull back, give it a couple weeks, see if anybody goes off the rails and calls me names for not texting them for 2 weeks. It almost feels like it's a little bit of a test because we've got two of the sort of most solid emperors or solid kings here, right? One who's ready to settle down. So this person's not looking to date. They're not looking just for passion. This person's looking for a serious connection. And I feel like it's this energy of moving super duper slow. And I think the Seven of Pentacles is saying that somebody wants to nurture it, move really slowly toward it here. All right, some energies here. We've got Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Libra. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and more Aries. Very interesting reads today. I'm just going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'll be back because I'm always back, y'all. Love you guys, and I'm up for now. Take care. Bye-bye.